that was based on financial domain project, and the flow is like we use GitHub for the means for the source code. We used to have a GitHub, and it is integrated with Jenkins to create the CI/CD pipeline. And talking about means for the deployment purpose, we use Kubernetes cluster. Whatever the deployment is there, that will be done on the Kubernetes side. And monitoring purpose, we use CloudWatch in AWS. Whatever the metrics are there, logs are there, that will be captured by the CloudWatch tool. And coming to the part AWS part, we used to have services like VPC, IAM role S3, EC2 instance. We used to use these tools in AWS services. And as I told, means for infrastructure building, we use Terraform. In the for building the infrastructure, we use Terraform. And again, for monitoring purpose, we have used CloudWatch for checking the metrics and logs.
Okay.
Yeah.
So, rate yourself out of 5. Linux, how much Linux out of 5?
Yeah, Linux we use around, means out of 5 you are saying,
Yeah.
3.8.
Okay. Cloud.
Cloud around same 3.8.
Okay. Which cloud you have worked on?
AWS cloud, yeah.
Okay. And DevOps tools,
DevOps tools means
Jenkins,
Jenkins 3.5.
and Docker Kubernetes.
Docker Kubernetes also same 3.5.
Okay. Ansible.
Ansible means rarely we use, like we used to deploy the playbook in the, means whenever we create the CI/CD pipeline, we just give the playbook path in that CI/CD path.
Okay. So, which scripting you are working on?
Scripting, I have the knowledge like Python. We have used for the automation purpose. Like we recently have, means log rotation. We have used Python language for log rotation.
And Bash. Do you have?
Um, Bash, I have the, means theoretical knowledge, but not hands-on.
Okay.
Yeah,
Uh, Share a screen.
yeah. Is it visible?
No. Uh, no. Share a screen. Click on a share because we are only seeing. Yeah. Yeah. Here. That.
Is it? Yeah. Okay.
Hmm. Click that. It is not a shared your screen.
Should I share? Reshare means I have already shared, but
Yeah. Reshared. Only I want a screen.
okay, okay. I will just click on that entire screen and I'm sharing.
Huh.
Yeah, yeah. I have now shared entire screen.
1 minute. Problem is I'm not able to see your screen. Your face
Mm,
I'm able to see it, but
okay. Uh, Actually, I have shared entire screen, but it is showing like.
open your notepad.
Yeah, yeah.
Give me a minute.
Mhm.
Some problem I'm facing. I'm not able to see clearly your screen. I'm seeing your only face.
I think please don't navigate away. And navigation error is showing.
Close it again. Close and share it again. Share
Yeah, sure.
entire your screen.
Yeah. Now,
Computer share. Give me a minute. Yeah, leave it. It is fine. Proceed. Actually, I want to know your programmatical skill set. So,
okay. Okay. I means Python program for
Yeah,
Fibonacci series.
yeah. Open your notepad and
Yeah.
write it down.
Yeah. Is it visible?
Yeah, it is very small size view I am getting, but it is quite small size.
Okay. Means it is visible or not? I'm just
It is visible.
okay. Okay. First of all, we have to create a means series Fibonacci series.
Mm-hmm.
Means we have to define the function and we have to give the series like 0 and 1.
Yes.
Mm, for numbers like we can accept like using fib series is equal to we can give the suppose up to 100 we can give like I will just we have to accept the yeah means I have tried.
Mm. Okay. So explain me your code.
Yeah, means first of all we have to define the function like Fibonacci. We have defined as fib function, and we have to define the series as 0 and 1 as it starts from 0 Fibonacci series, and we will check while series means is less than equal to limit means whatever the limit giving we are 100 or any number we are giving we are checking with that adding the numbers, and we are going to print up to 100 whatever the limit we are going to give.
Mm. So
Up to 100 numbers it will print like 0 1 1 like 2 3 5 like that.
you have defined a series
Mm.
bracket -1 and series -2. What is the meaning of it?
It will start with the means we can say that first number second number first number will be 0 second number will be 1 like that. Means we are going to check like up to 100 we are going to check
Okay.
whatever
And
the limit we are setting.
are you confident that it will run?
Mm, Actually means first of all we have to define function, then we have to give the logic like while we are going to check it will check with the particular number limit of that whatever we are going to give, and will it will start with the 0 and up to 100 it will print the Fibonacci series.
Okay, so could you please walk through your current project and which tool you have worked on, and how to integrate with that, and your project architecture as well?
Yeah, sure. As I have said, recent project was based on financial domain project, and we used to have for source code and all. We use GitHub, and that is integrated with Jenkins. And we used to create the CI/CD pipeline using Jenkins tool. And after that, we used to test the code using Maven tool. Building and testing will be done on Maven tool, and after that we used to have docker image, and that will be deployed into the Kubernetes cluster. And after that deployment we used to have monitoring using CloudWatch, and we used to check the deployment is successful or not. We will monitor that deployment using Kubernetes. Also like using also we have AWS architecture for infrastructure building, we use Terraform. Also we use Docker as well, and most of the time we used to monitor the Kubernetes cluster, and whatever the pods are there, if there is any issue in the pods or any connectivity issues occurs, we used to check that in the using kubectl commands. We used to check that issues and resolve the issue according to the priority.
Please explain me the project architecture.
Yeah, as project architecture is, as I said, we use GitHub that is integrated with Jenkins, and we used to create the pipeline using Jenkins tool, CI/CD pipeline.
I'm not asking CI/CD pipeline.
Okay.
I'm asking architecture, whole architecture, how your project is defined, how architect is architecting your project, and how the
Mm,
inflow outflow it is going on.
uh,
From that perspective, broader level, high level, I'm asking. Not
okay,
in
okay,
individual. I'm not asking CI/CD pipeline and all.
okay. Actually, we used to set up a infrastructure using Terraform, as it will build the infrastructure, and we used to create the multiple things in Terraform like VPC. It will consist of creating EC2 instance or any VPC like that. And also we use Docker files to create the means containerization application. And for the deployment purpose we use Kubernetes cluster, and for pipeline purpose we use Jenkins, and for monitoring purpose we have CloudWatch, or also we can use third party Prometheus or Grafana.
Okay, let it. So coming to the very basic from the Linux itself. Okay, suppose some application it is running on my server, Linux server. Okay,
Yeah, yeah,
so I want to check my services it is up and running or not
yeah.
first. Second is, if my application it is up and running, so
Okay.
on which port it is running, so how we can check that.
Means you are saying we want to check the application using Linux command.
Correct.
In that we can use systemctl tool, and check the status command and give the service name, whatever the particular service name.
Okay.
Suppose it is Nginx, then we can give systemctl status Nginx.
Yeah, it is the first part. Second part, how will check the port, in which port my application it is up and running.
I think there is a command. I'm not exactly remembering, but we can have. There is a networking command for checking the port. I'm exactly not remembering.
Okay, suppose, okay, suppose my application, it is generating logs, okay,
Okay.
and on some particular location. So
Okay.
how, and your application, it is giving some error. So
Okay.
how, what is your approach, where you will go and check all this thing and how to resolve it?
First of all, I will check the log location where the log generally we store the logs in where log and application name, and in that log will be present. Or particular process if you want to check, then ps hyphen aux is there, or ps aux pipe grep we can use to check the particular log.
And
Or in detail log
what
we
is the
have to
command?
check.
What is the command to check the log?
Tail command can be used, tail hyphen f, and we can give the path of that log.
Okay. And suppose I want to design one system where
Okay.
we will keep our success log and our error log into the one single file. So how we can achieve that?
Means whatever the means successful generated logs and
Error log as well coming into the one file. So how we can set up my system?
in that I think we can store that. I'm not exactly. Do you want to means any Python code we have to use for this, or you are saying just storing that logs, successful logs and failed logs?
Suppose your application, it is running into any server, okay,
Okay,
and
okay.
you are setting the path of the log file, right?
Yeah, yeah,
But in setting that log file,
yeah,
we will, two cases, we will segregate success log and error log on a different file itself, okay. And second
yeah, yeah.
case is, I want to be store my success and error log into a one single file. So how we can set up?
We can just give the log file, and we can have like we which should be redirected to the error log into the same file. We can do
Where,
that.
how, where you will define that? How you will
Mm,
define that?
we can define the whatever the log name is there dot log, and we can mention the whatever the redirection is there. We can
Hmm.
uh,
Okay,
exactly.
very well.
Yeah.
Suppose on which AWS services service means you have worked on.
Yeah, most of the time we use EC2, VPC, IAM roles,
Hmm.
S3.
Okay. So suppose uh, I have a three tier architecture application. Okay.
Yeah, yeah.
So I want to design my three tier architecture. So what is your approach? How you will define that?
Means I want to design a three-tier architecture and how it should be means infrastructure. Yeah,
Infrastructure, AWS infrastructure, it is needed for you.
yeah, yeah. Means first of all, we should check the means whatever the front end is there, that way should be decided, and it should be like using URL we can access that dashboard. And front tier whatever the storage will be there, that will be stored on the S3 bucket. And again, suppose if we are going to give the security, like we can define the VPC, and in that we can have the subnet as well.
Explain me from the front end to back end, front end, middleware, and back end. We have a three tier architecture, right?
Yeah,
So
yeah.
how many components it is needed for the front end first?
Yeah, for front end, we it should be like we can say that it will act as a web layer. Like we can say that whatever we are seeing in the dashboard HTML, it will be in the form of HTML or any other.
Hmm.
And second will be like whatever the deployment is there into the whatever the
Okay,
services.
tell me the AWS services name. What services you want, means you want for the web services, right?
Yeah. In that we can whatever the load is there, that will be divided into using load balancer. We can use AWS load balancer. We can use in the whatever application tier is there, in that we can use. And for deployment purpose, we can go ahead with Terraform for infrastructure building using EC2 instance.
Terraform will not perform a deployment. Okay,
Means for infrastructure building we use Terraform.
leave it for the Terraform right now. The
Yeah.
coming to the very basic,
Yeah.
the requirement is come, and they have requested to set up a three-tier
Architect.
architecture
Yeah.
application we they are expecting. So
Okay.
first is
Okay.
a front end, middle,
Yeah.
second is a middleware, third is a
Yeah.
back end.
Yeah.
So in AWS perspective, how many component it is needed for the front end, how many, and
Okay.
how it is internal communication it is happening from the front end to back end, means
Okay.
middleware and middleware to back end.
Okay.
So step by step component, tell me the component name and how
Okay.
the inflow and outflow it is going on.
Okay. Hmm. We can like say that a front end should be we can use Amazon S3, and we can use cloud front for
Why Amazon S3?
whatever the data is there, that will be stored on the Amazon S3, and we can use the website.
Why you are storing the data from the first front end itself? Because it is a
Mm,
communication layer, right? So no
okay,
data
okay.
will store there.
Then just we can use cloud front in the front end side.
Okay, leave it. What is a net gateway?
On NAT gateway, it is like suppose if you want to communicate with two networks which are means not public, then in that case we use NAT gateway. Means if you want to communicate.
Okay, how to set up it? What is the requirement to set up a net gateway?
In the case of like we can say that if we want to allow a private network to communicate with other network, in that case we can use NAT gateway.
How to configure the net gateway?
In the VPC, we can set up a NAT gateway.
I want a steps how to set up. Suppose you want to communicate from the middleware to backend.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
you need to be created net gateway. So net
Right.
gateway, how to create it and which component it is needed. What is the prerequisite for it?
Suppose if you want to create a NAT gateway, we have to in the public subnet with we can give the elastic IP in the VPC section.
Okay. So tell me one thing. Do have you worked on a GitHub?
Yeah, means for repository, as we have used GitHub.
What is a Git for?
Sorry.
What is a Git for? FORK.
For creating the process, we use Git for.
Sorry.
Means for process handling, we use Git for command.
Why we are using Git for?
I mean, suppose if you want to access the repositories, in that case we have to use for command.
And
You
what is the difference between Git ignore and Git stash?
just ignore and
Git stash.
stash. Sorry, I means I'm not sure about.
Okay, so suppose any conflict will come, right,
Yeah.
in the GitHub. So how to? What is your approach to resolve it?
Means suppose if we can suppose any conflict occur, we can just we can say that like We can come for the original state if we have any done any mistakes or any, or we can come to the original code instead of going further. We can like we can say that git pull command can be used.
Hmm. And suppose delete that notepad whatever content you have written.
Yeah,
I'm giving one scenario.
yeah,
uh, I need to be created a Jenkins pipeline for the
yeah.
Java project,
Okay,
and we need to be created a build and need
okay,
to be set up for the Sonar queue, and
okay,
also needed a uh, artifact to store our artifact, and then need to be deploy our application into the Kubernetes service. Okay, Kubernetes cluster actually.
okay, okay, okay.
So what is your approach?
Mm, to build the Java application
Hmm.
from the CI/CD pipeline, and it should be deployed into the Kubernetes cluster.
Yes,
Means should I write the steps you are?
whole Jenkins pipeline, write it.
Okay, okay. Source code will be we are using like GitHub,
Hmm.
and after that we can create a CI/CD pipeline.
Type a Jenkins pipeline.
Yeah, yeah. Means using Jenkins, we are going to create.
Hmm. Yes.
Yeah, and after that, building and testing will be done.
No, I believe you are not able to understand what I am trying to say.
Okay,
Jenkins file, a whole syntax, write it down. I'm not asking steps.
okay, okay,
Whole Jenkins pipeline, I want to see that. How to write the Jenkins
okay,
pipeline
okay, okay. Jenkins files you are saying.
in a declarative manner. Okay.
You have to give the environment. After that stage.
Okay. So tell me that how to push your Docker images into the ECR, what credential it is needed, what Jenkins configuration it is needed for it, and after pushing the Docker images into the ECR,
Okay,
how your uh, EKS cluster will identify that and it will pull the images. So what configuration you are doing into the Jenkins pipeline into the into the Jenkins dashboard.
From the Docker registry, we have to give the path. Like we can in the building stage only we can push the Docker image.
Okay.
Yeah, and we have to give the credentials like AWS credentials.
And suppose that ECR credential it is going to change within 10 seconds. So how to configure it?
Uh,
Every 10 seconds it is changing.
okay, it
So
is
what is the
using.
solution for it?
We have to give that time to live setting.
Okay, so what how it will work and what advantage you will get it and where you will set up?
In the I think in the YAML file we have to give that, so that it will be not means after 10 second it will not do means.
YAML only will handle a Kubernetes cluster only, right?
Yeah,
But
yeah,
but you are configuring ECR means registry.
yeah. ECR registered, right.
So how it will impact that? It will not impact, right?
No, no, it will not impact, right.
You want token updated token from the ECR.
Yeah.
So what is the approach?
I think in that case, sorry, I'm just
Okay, no issue. And write a Docker file for the Node.js, okay?
okay.
And with the multi-stage builds.
Okay, multi-stage build. Docker file, na?
Yes,
File.
Docker file for the Node.js.
Node.js, okay. We have to give the working directory here first of all. If there are any dependency, in that case we used to install the dependencies using run command. Here we have to give the means whatever the module we are going to use in the stage 2, at the runtime we can pass using copy command, and finally cmd command we can use for starting the node.js app.
Okay, so tell me one thing. Uh, where is your base OS, base image in this Docker file?
Base image, at the time of build we can means from node we can accept, after the build command we can check that on build using from command we can give that after the building stage. Here
Okay, what is the difference between CMD and entry point, and where we are using a CMD and where we are using entry point, and what advantage we will get it?
Yeah, the main difference like cmd and entry point is like it cmd provides the like default arguments, and entry point like we can say that dynamically we can give that in the same docker file we can use both.
Okay, so tell me the Terraform. Why we are using a Terraform?
Suppose if you want to means as we manually create EC2 instance sometimes, if you want to automatically create that using Terraform, then just we have to create a .tf file using the configurations to create EC2 instance. We can give the configuration. It will just create the EC2 instance means automatically.
Okay, suppose your uh, your TF state file it is deleted. Okay,
Okay.
so how to deal with that situation?
In that case, first of all, we should make sure that we should have some backup whenever we are creating any main.tf file or anything. Or we can create a means a new uh, file if it is not at all present.
So how to create a new file?
Means we can rebuild using Terraform init once again and plan and
Every whatever resource it is created earlier, right? It is a
yeah,
duplicate then,
yeah,
so it will not a solution, right?
right. Means it is not feasible, but we should have a backup. Means to avoid the this kind of situation, we should have a state file should be copied, or we can have remotely. We can store that into the cloud so that it can be accessible.
Okay, suppose with the help of Terraform, right, creating a
Yeah,
resources,
yeah,
you have created a resources on a AWS, and
yeah.
but some of the AWS resources it is not provisioned by Terraform.
Okay,
If
okay.
you want to deal with that, read the data, read the do the some manipulation, so
Okay.
how would you do that?
Means reading, writing, or doing anything with that.
Any
You are
operation which is not provisioned by Terraform code itself.
okay. Means in this case, like we can suppose if that data is stored in the S3 bucket, then we can just using import command Terraform import, and we can import that application or anything using import command. We can import and we can access.
Okay, okay. So the thing is, what is the difference between config map and secret in Kubernetes?
Config map and secret. Yeah, config maps are nothing but whatever the we are setting the configurations. They are nothing but config maps. They are stored in the key value pair, and secrets are like as the in the form of encryption we can use.
So how to use that?
Means in the sensitive case we can use.
Can you write it the command in front of in this notepad for the one for the config map, one for the secrets?
Means ML file format you are saying, or
Ad hoc command it is also fine. How to create that?
okay, okay. Means we can just use echo command and fetch the data like db password like that, or if you want to check
Fetch
that.
the data it is different one. But if you are dealing with the config map, what
Okay,
is how to convert into the normal config map, and if you are dealing with the secrets, how will deal that? How
okay,
to
okay.
make it encrypted?
In the ML format, we have to give the password and whatever the user name is there. In the ML format only, we have to give that name of that file. I mean,
Can you write for the secrets?
yeah, we have means I have to write all the. Suppose if you want to give that username, we have to give the username. In the ML format only, we have to give this first up. But in before this, we have to give that secret name as well, and whatever the name we are going to give,
Write
and that
it down. How to how to achieve that? Write it
yeah.
down.
Yeah, in the before the user and password we have to give the name of that app, secret app, and whatever the data is there, that should be like encrypted using db user db password. We can pass that into the yaml format.
Hmm. So it is a YAML, right? So
Yeah,
how to convert this YAML into the secret?
yaml into the secret. You are saying command, you are saying
Yes,
you can just
because it is you have written a name is secret underscore app, right?
yeah,
But it not able to convert into the encrypted format, right?
yeah, yeah, right.
How to convert?
You can, we can use echo command and
Echo
give the
echo only will display whatever uh, content you will pass into the echo, right?
right, right, right,
So it
right.
will print. That's it.
Okay, okay. Means I just need to extract that values you are saying?
Not stacked.
But-
Need to be converted into the encrypted format, right?
Okay. We encode using, I think, echo only. Just we have to pass that whatever the base is there, that should be passed to convert
Okay.
echo password. Yeah.
Uh, Suppose in my system, in Terraform system, we have a multiple users, right? So
Okay. Okay.
how to deal with that to avoid duplication of any resources? What is the best practice you will
Um,
implement in your project?
in multiple users are accessing the state files, you are saying?
Multiple users are there, they are using the same code, and
Okay.
you want to be avoid any
Okay.
duplicate
Okay.
resources that is created into the your AWS cloud. Okay, so
Yeah.
what kind of best practices you will implement in your project, so for avoiding
Avoiding
creating
duplicacy. Yeah. In this case, first of all, we will store that into the remote backend. So yeah, there may be S3 bucket,
hmm,
and we will just lock that file using state locking mechanism,
okay,
so that only one user at a time can access, and whatever the modification will be done at a one time, one user will be doing using state locking mechanism.
okay. Suppose some during you and one more person, it is
Okay.
creating provisioning a resources at the same time, and
Okay.
your state is locked. Okay, so what
Okay.
is the next step?
Means
State is locked means what?
it will be assigning the ID. Means particular ID is assigned to that user.
Assigning ID, it is a different thing. Suppose state lock means nobody can create any
Right.
resources. It
Right.
is
Right.
locked, right?
Right.
So how to resolve that? And suppose for the creation of a new resources, right? You need to
Okay.
be resolve the locking system. So how what is
Yeah.
the process to unlock it?
We can unlock it using Terraform unlock, and we can give the ID of that lock ID. If we want to unlock Terraform unlock and we give the lock ID, suppose if we want to release that,
Hmm. So are you able to do this?
means I think it forcefully, in the case of forcefully we are to going to release that, then we have to use this. But normally this lock id will be assigned to the particular user, but forcefully if you want to unlock or release that, then we have to use terraform unlock and give that id.
Okay. Okay. Adil sir, I'm done with that interview. So, do you have any query question?
Just one question, like is it for totally aws or on premise or both, like?
Actually, both. On premise might be it is sometime it is needed to shift
Okay.
lift and shift from the on prem to
Okay. Okay.
cloud itself. So it
Any
depends on
migration or like that?
migration kind of
Okay,
might be, yeah.
okay,
So it
okay.
depends
Yeah,
upon the requirement basis.
okay, okay.
Okay.
Thank you. Thank you.
Yeah.
Thanks.
Welcome, brother.
Thank you. Bye.
Yeah. You can drop now, huh?
Yeah, yeah. Thank you.